So this is going to be part 1 of 2 for creating a weekly lifting routine as a beginner. The only equipment that you will need is a chair or a bench that is going to be sturdy enough to hold some of your body weight. So definitely make sure it is either propped up against a wall or it is something that you know is not going to slide away when you put your weight on it. You will need a kettlebell or some form of heavier weight that you're going to use for leg exercises. So I recommend 15 to 30 pounds probably for that. And then you will also need a lighter set of dumbbells. There's also ways you could makeshift your own dumbbells using like heavier cans or something like that at home. But anywhere from like 5 to 15 pounds is usually good for arms. So I'm not going to go through a whole warm up here, but you always want to do at least like 5 to 10 minutes of cardio to get your heart rate up. And then you can do any sort of similar exercises to what you're going to be doing in your workout. So doing like air squats, doing some planks, doing some arm circles. You can do lighter reps of any of the exercises that are actually in your lift as well. And as a beginner, it is really, really important to be able to record and track your progress in a very simple way. So I am going to share a link for a spreadsheet where you can just write down what lifts you chose to do out of this video. Maybe you wanted to add a few that you already knew, what your weights and your reps are going to be. It's really, really important to keep that consistent program going and not to jump around from workout to workout, because you're going to get a lot more sore and you're actually not going to build as much actual muscle. So you want to do, like I said, the same lifts week to week for anywhere from like 8 to 12 weeks, but you can adjust the reps, you can adjust the weight, and you can do like extra little holds in there and things that add just some extra challenge. So the number of reps that you're going to do in each exercise is going to be very dependent on where your fitness level is at and what types of weights you actually have accessible to you at home. So I would do anywhere from 8 to 20 reps per set and anywhere from 3 to 4 sets, okay? So when you get down to lower reps, those are called drop sets, when you do like 1 to 3 reps of a really heavy weight. When you're first starting out, you don't need to do that. You can definitely just do higher reps. You're going to gain a lot of strength and endurance from that. And then as you progress in your fitness journey and you get to using heavier weights, then you can add in some drop sets to get your max outs. Another term to know is supersets. So I really love to do supersets in my workouts where I choose 2 to 3 exercises and pair those together to kind of decrease the overall rest time that I need. This is again very dependent on your actual fitness level and where you're at. Somebody might not need to rest as long as someone else for the same workout, and that is totally fine. So by pairing a leg exercise with an arm exercise, you can kind of save some of that resting time, because when your arms are working, then obviously your legs are resting and vice versa. So there are some times where I will pair leg exercises together or just have one exercise and give you optimal rest time. But you can kind of play around with that. The goal is really that you are able to rest enough that you can push to pretty high efforts in every set. The last few reps should be pretty challenging, okay? 2 more terms to know before you get into your lifting is eccentric. So eccentric is when we are changing the speed of the lift. So rather than going really fast, we are going to go slow on the way down. That is going to give some different tension on your muscles and actually can really help you to build muscle mass, but also it just gives you some more variety. In lifting, you're going to be doing a lot of the same lifts pretty frequently for a long period of time. So by changing up the speeds, you can just give yourself some more variety. We also will do some holds where you are just holding the weight in place. That is also going to add just a different form of tension to your lift. Okay, let's get into it.